Hi everyone! Today we are recreating the bistro from The Sims 3. And I mean, it's not completely recreating to a T, but it's very heavily inspired by the bistro from The Sims 3. And this is using items from the new Cozy Bistro kit, which is so cute. One of my favorite kits I think The Sims 4 has released, and specifically because I love community lots and I love building them, so this is right up my alley. In case you didn't play The Sims 3, I'm not sure if every world had a bistro lot, but a lot of them did, and this was the iconic Sims 3 bistro that was in the base game world Sunset Valley. And this was a rabbit hole restaurant lot, and it was honestly the spot to bring your Sims on a date. The classic to me was always going to the rabbit hole theater to see a movie and then heading to the bistro afterwards. And it's funny because they're both rabbit hole lots, so why it was so fun for me, I don't know. But this is the new and improved version, and it is actually functional, so we love that. I decided to build it in britechester because that is the vibe of the lot and also the vibe of the new kit to me. It's very classic, vintage kind of feeling. There's some awesome new items in this kit. Most standout to me are the bar with the bar back and nectar shelves. These like classic bistro tables and chairs. The windows, oh my god, they are so good. And also the wallpaper is very usable, not only in this type of lot, but also in residential lots too, so I'm kind of obsessed. But yeah, the windows and doors, we didn't really have anything similar before, and it's something we were definitely lacking before this kit came out, so if you're into building, I would definitely recommend this kit. These two kits we got, like the Riviera kit and this one, are two of my favorite kits ever, I think. Definitely the best two kits they've released this year. I think they're better than both the Castle Estate kit and definitely better than the Party Essentials kit, just because I think they're a lot more usable for a lot of different things. This Cozy Bistro kit especially, you can use it for restaurants, cafes, lounges, bars. I mean, even the new signs that it comes with are pretty versatile. I could use that on a retail lot. Honestly, I think that the table with the tablecloth to me is one of my favorite items for sure, just because it's so classic feeling. Like, I'm probably going to use that all the time when I'm building. I have this lot set as an Italian restaurant, and I just have a separate little bar area, and I do have some indoor seating, but I put the majority outside because that's kind of how it was in The Sims 3. Sometimes they would eat inside, but I do remember them eating outside sometimes, and that would always be cool because it wasn't as much of a rabbit hole, even though you couldn't even control them. Honestly, building this made me really happy and nostalgic. It makes me want to build more things inspired by The Sims 3. Specifically, I would love to build the Sunset Valley Park. That would be really fun, I think. I wouldn't necessarily make it one-to-one. I would just have it be heavily inspired, similar to here, how it's not exact, but you can look at it and be like, oh, that's the Sims 3 Bistro, just slightly elevated, because we can do a lot more in The Sims 4 than we could in The Sims 3, and we just have so much more content too, so yeah, I think that would be really fun. I honestly had so much fun building this though. I feel like it came together pretty easily, partly because I was excited about the new items, but it was also just like inspiring, I think, to build something that I have such a nostalgia for. It's also a pretty simple shape. I did make it a bit more interesting because the original build is just like two big rectangles. So I did try to help it out a little bit without taking away from the original look. But one of the things that took me the longest to do on this build was the vines, because I wanted it to have plenty of greenery since the original build in The Sims 3 had some, but I didn't want it to block your vision when you're trying to play, so I cut most of that out because I'm just going back and forth on how I want the vines to look, but I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I also made this build 3 stories because that's how the original build is, obviously, but I didn't put anything up there, only on the first floor. I thought about putting an apartment up there in case you wanted to have your Sims run the restaurant, but Honestly, I just find it annoying having Sims go upstairs and try and get in the apartment and all that when I'm not running the restaurant and I'm just visiting. So definitely if you wanted to live above here and run the restaurant that way, you can totally add that in. There's plenty of space, but I just left it blank because the Sims in this game cannot be trusted. Like, if there's anything up there that they can use, they will find a way to get up there. The Riviera retreat kit, though, is so cute too. Like, you can build really cute pool backyards with that, especially the rocks and the fountain and everything. That'll be so good for spas and stuff too, especially in like Solani, Tartosa, Oasis Springs, those type of worlds. I also think it'll be really cool for nature builds with waterfalls. Like you could build a really magical outdoor area in Glimmerbrook or in Granite Falls with that, and that'll be super cute. We've never had anything like that before, at least not that I can think of. People would just have to get creative with like the fountain tools and like a few specific in-game items, but finally we have something that is like an actual proper waterfall built into the rocks and stuff, so super exciting. I know a lot of people in the community are really fed up with EA and they're like, hey, stop selling us more DLC when your game is broken, and I totally understand that and agree. Like, I'm glad that they finally hired a bigger team for bug fixes because it's been pretty bad for a while now. I use a good amount of mods, so for me it's like I expect glitches to a certain degree, but when your game without any mods still has that many glitches, it's like, okay y'all, something needs to change right now. But not gonna lie, I still absolutely love getting new Sims content, especially when the stuff is good, like these two kits. The party kit was kind of like, there's a few cute things, but this stuff I'm living for. You know what made me like, though, was in the Riviera retreat kit, there's a functional drinks tray item, but with the party kit, there's that ugly drinks dispenser that looks like thick, I don't know, it just does not look good. I really wanted that to be functional and it's just not. So like, why is it functional in this kit and not in that one? Like, doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, but okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, one of my other favorite items from this bistro kit is the new artwork. There's so many good swatches. Obviously it's perfect for a bistro, but they're just like vintage looking in general, so I can see myself using them in a lot of different settings. I think that the new booths are cute, but I'm not like living for them. The booths are always glitchy in restaurants anyway. They're more for the aesthetic because the Sims don't sit in them properly, like they don't scoot over. Half the time they won't even claim it as their table, so they're just cute for the vibes, but I'm more living for the bistro tables and chairs. But the build is almost complete at this point. I'm kind of obsessed, not gonna lie. I did playtest this lot, but I haven't had my current household come visit or anything, so I'm super excited for that. It's gonna feel so nostalgic to me. And this is kind of a bonus video. I wasn't planning on making this, but when I saw the items, I just knew what I wanted to build. But I am uploading another video tomorrow for you guys, and it's to celebrate Pride, so stay tuned for that. It's one of my favorite builds that I've ever made for my game, so I'm super excited for you guys to see that. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this voiceover here. I hope you guys enjoyed. There are some screenshots at the end, and you can download this build over on my gallery page at SimGrace. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in my next video.